welcome to What the Hey, where sometimes my name is Jeff, sometimes it's not. But have you ever seen Jeff and me in the same room? I didn't think so. Look at Toby, he's all itchy. Are you itchy? He do be itchy. How are you? Y'all want to talk to Toby for a second? Great conversation. Look at that face. Look at that face. Award-winning smile. Would you like to be proud of me for like 5 seconds? 'Cause I would too. So I've been taking care of a few pets, and one of them I have to walk in the woods because walking is a required thing to live. And as I was walking in the woods, I saw a little squirmy, not a wormy squirmy, a snake. It was like a small gray like little snake, nothing to be spooked by, of course. So I looked at the snake and it went under a leaf because it was like, I don't want to be stepped on a person. And I was like, I agree. Me and this snake talk to each other, that's okay. But apparently it's like a ringed snake, like it had a yellow ring around its neck. And apparently they're venomous, but not very much because they got like small little mouths. But the thing to be proud of is the fact that they're nocturnal. So, you know, they like be chilling during the night, not during the day, but I saw it during the day, so I'm cool. Okay, back to what's actually important. So hello and welcome to What the Hey, where I'm your regular host of What the Hey, and today on What the Hey we are answering yet another question. This question was asked by my parents, so hello to you and thank you for that. The exact question that we're going into today is, what the hey did Mrs. O'Leary's cow do? Freaky deaky doo, what did Mrs. O'Leary's cow do? Does that technically rhyme because it's technically the same words? Whatever. This hot, but it also good. It's hot like some freshly baked white shell noodles from Panera in the bread bowl, because that's what we all get and that's what happens when you're American. But seriously, let's actually get to the question at hand. So let me remind you, the question is, what the hey did Mrs. O'Leary's cow do? Yahoo! Yahoo's not part of the question, I just thought I'd add that. I have my history mug because I love history, like it says. And also, we're gonna go into some background for this, so here we go. I'm gonna burn my tongue. So main backstory time, there was an event called the Great Chicago Fire that basically happened in like October of 1871, like specifically October 8th through October 10th of 1871. So when that fire happened, everyone was kind of like spinning tales on what exactly happened because, you know, big dangerous fire equals what even started it. So to actually answer that question, the fire was started on Catherine O'Leary's farm. She was an Irish immigrant, and that kind of explains stuff later. So the cow theory that goes into this question is mainly because people guess that Mrs. O'Leary was milking a cow that somehow kicked and broke a lit lantern, causing the atrocious fire. So Miss O'Leary basically had this farm, like some animals, some family and stuff, so she was like a hard-working immigrant woman, yahoo, and then people are like, bruh, you had this cow and you were probably milking it, and it was like, bruh, I don't want to be milked, so it kicked a lantern and then like destroyed our city. So the whole cow theory is most likely false, since Mrs. O'Leary was allegedly sleeping and not awake to be made aware of the spreading fire until a man by the name of Daniel Sullivan alerted the O'Leary family. So a few other theories that go into the whole Chicago fire thing are basically that Mr. Sullivan might have done it. If he was the first person to like figure it out, why wouldn't you kind of accuse him of doing the thing? There was also another person, a man, who had allegedly been like gambling inside the O'Leary barn because one of Miss O'Leary's son was like a gambling person and had nightly gambling sessions with his friends. Another theory, which is kind of the craziest one and probably doesn't make sense, is that a meteor possibly could have hit the barn and then boom, fire, yahoo. I mentioned the whole Irish immigrant thing, so apparently there were like anti-Irish immigrant people who were like, oh, they did it because immigration. My theory is that there probably was a lantern, there probably was an animal, maybe not a cow, and it might have gone like yah-yee on the lantern and then it broke and then the fire was like yah-yee on Chicago. So Mr. Sullivan, the guy who alerted Mrs. O'Leary and the family, this is a great motion, but that guy apparently did have a cow in that barn, so that's why he was kind of there, and probably why people are like, it's a cow. Apparently. Also, a bunch of people had claimed that they found like the broken glass and the broken lantern, but none of that was really confirmed. So, who honestly knows? Not me. it was totally a meteor. Who knows? So yeah, essentially, Chicago got yeeted. There was a fire. It might have been a cow. No one really knows. There's the answer. But yeah, that's essentially the answer to the question. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know, and I'll get to answering those questions as soon as I can. So thank you for watching. Bye!